Humanity likes to believe that we are the center of the world, and it can be seen with great ease that we are indeed only a small part of a very large, inexpressible, self-regulating system. We tend to ignore that our species is here the equal amount of 2.4 minutes of one full day. We claim cultural achievements, when indeed we just were driven to adapt in order to survive. Indeed, we believe that we are resilient, but it is now, today, where we have to prove it to solve the problems. It is therefore with great joy to have welcomed our panelists and speakers this week at Digital Davos 2020. Those leaders in their companies, institutions, and countries implement with courage bold and resilient solutions to many problems. Each solution contributing in synergy to solve an even bigger problem. It may be the self-regulating, inexpressible system which forces us naturally not only to adapt, but also to drive and create tools across a multitude of seemingly unrelated disciplines, which in synergy can tackle today's problems more effectively. In Digital Davos, celebrities like Will.I.am did not only shine on problems of gun violence, but Will.I.am addressed this problem with his production of the documentary Kirkland Rises.
So when I saw the kids from Parkland and they told me that they wanted to do this documentary, I had to make myself available to fund it, to help them out, aim them in the right direction, connect them with people that I know. Because these kids, as brave as they are, they're going up against the biggest bully in the world. Right? The biggest, strongest lobbying arm imaginable.
Happened. The media swarmed in. They put you and all your friends on TV.
See,
you got on the covers of magazines, and it made you feel real nice and good.
See, it did
because
they're
they're using you, man.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Every day I wake up, and as nice as it seems to be in the media all the time, I wake up and my school got shot up, and nothing about me going on the news is gonna unshoot up my school.
He found synergies with Brittany Kaiser, who became a household name as a whistleblower in the scandal involving Cambridge Analytica, Facebook, and the Trump presidential campaign. Will supports Brittany in her fight for every human right to own and control their own data.
Your interactions, your credit card swipes, web searches, locations, likes, they're all collected in real time into a $1 trillion a year industry.
The real game changer was Cambridge Analytica. They'd worked for the Trump campaign and for the Brexit campaign. They started using information warfare.
Cambridge Analytica claimed to have 5,000 data points on every American voter.
I started tracking down all these Cambridge Analytica ex-employees.
Someone else that you should be calling to the committee is Brittany Kaiser.
Brittany Kaiser, once a key player inside Cambridge Analytica, casting herself as a whistleblower.
The reason why Google and Facebook are the most powerful companies in the world is because last year data surpassed oil in value. Data is the most valuable asset on Earth.
Urs Abisher from Dizio further contributed on a prior panel with Brittany his concept of an impressive, already created, and available solution to ensure privacy of data and empowering consumers to choose how long and what data they would like to share. He further opened an avenue to let people be compensated to share their data, a methodology of new way advertisement which had been prior pioneered by Karl Selig, who moderated this panel. Karl Selig, inventor of the ringback tone, showed in 2015 and 2016 the etherical use of data with micro-targeting for advertisement to allow free phone services for hundreds of thousands of people through Ring Plus over the Sprint network. Karl, as curator of Digital Davos 2020 and strong believer in the necessity of self-regulations, advocates for self-regulation in a larger picture. He invited not only speakers to participate advocating for data privacy, like Brittany Kaiser and Will.I.am, but also speakers advocating for self-regulation and clear regulation regarding cryptocurrencies and token offerings. Amongst them, none other than Congressman Jason Hsu from Taiwan, who is known as the crypto congressman, whose efforts not only brought Taiwan into the forefront of effective crypto and token regulation, but also soon introducing digital IDs. Vit Jedlicka, president of Liberland, who envisions cryptocurrencies as official state currencies, was very intrigued by Rune Christensen, CEO and founder of MakerDAO, and his presentation of stablecoins based on currently based cryptocurrencies, a system which Vit envisions as having the potential to overtake the role of a central bank, making fiat currency a thing of the past. As fiat currencies are based upon trust, self-regulatory organizations are building trust. Fraser Bennett, Chief Innovation Officer at PA Consulting Corp, spoke about how in today's world, trust has to be built one person at a time, but can be lost in masses as the main differentiator between today's business development strategies and strategies from 5 years ago. But trust in the time of deepfake news becomes difficult to build, as Aaron Stanley from CoinDesk pointed out on his panel. He was showing how deepfakes can be used efficiently to spread fake news and manipulate people in masses rather than micro-targeting people as done by Cambridge Analytica.
We refused to change.
Hear ye, my friends, if Archimedes stated what was true, give me a place to stand and a lever long enough, and I will move the world. I fear, alas, that soon no lever long enough will move this world we have so terribly damaged.
We should have done much more. The consequences of our inaction and greed will haunt us forever. Deep in our hearts, we decided to believe that climate change will occur in a distant and horrible future.
We did not care enough for the future.
I burned down our home. I burned down our future.
The time has come to answer for what we have done.
Today we must accept responsibility. I must accept responsibility.
We are all responsible for this crime against humanity.
But today, all I can do is apologize on behalf of other world leaders and myself. I am sorry.
With all my heart and soul, I apologize.
A solution probably lies in products like the products from Sergio Mello, CEO of Tangem, which not only produce crypto paper currencies with chips, but also leads the innovation of chip-to-chain processes to verify if a product or service is authentic. Speaking of chips, this guides us to Al Shagabi, founder and CEO of Koniku Inc., who has developed a smell camera or smell cyborg. If anything has a smell, it can be detected. It can identify any chemical in the air without touching or seeing it. The chip device has two halves, a biological half and a silicon half. The biological half does the sensing and first stage signal amplification, and the electronics performs the signal processing. A small cyborg using synthetic biology merged with silicon to build a unique, global-scale healthcare platform. Osh did not only purchase the technology from the ETH in Zurich, but works also with the Fraunhofer Institute. Digital Davos 2020 was also joined by Mike Moratti, CEO of Sensulin and general partner at Hexagon Regenerative Fund, who explained their investment strategy related to regenerative medicine in cooperation with Harvard University. Sandro Salzano, a Fortune 100 self-made billionaire and young global leader, shared his investment strategies but shared more of the philanthropic work with children and education, which he does together with his wife, and is his true dedication and way of self-fulfillment. Of course, Sandro's interview themes seemingly, like one puzzle piece to another, brings us to the panel about the future of education hosted by Mark Terrell, CEO of Orcaski and WFYGL, as well as Tech Pioneer. All those subjects seem like single puzzle pieces not related to one another, but put together, one just thought to dream of a world where billionaires invest with conscience, helping children in education, where firms voluntarily submit to self-regulation, handling personal data as well as financial transparency to the highest standards to safeguard people. Investments in privacy, where digital IDs make traveling easier, where fake news is gone, where micro-targeting is not used for manipulation, but to present consumers with relevant needed information, where medicine fighting cancer is helped by innovation in early detection and by investments in potential cures, where politicians work together to effectively foster such an environment. We all can see that the synergy of putting these puzzle pieces together begins to show a resilient way to solve some major problems. It is the activist who promotes the change, but it is the innovator which drives the change, an inexpressible self-regulating system which shapes the change.